All right, I'm live. I just spilled drinks. What I get for drinking these things. Gosh, hope I didn't get none on the keyboard. Why is it out of focus? Why is it out of focus? Or is my eyes out of focus? I'm live, folks, but I got a mess here. Got a mess. If anybody's in the house, why is that out of focus? I'm gonna have to put my glasses on. Why is it out of focus? My camera's out of focus. My camera's out of focus. I got five on the porch, and Cindy and Lisa's in here. Cindy with the Y. It could be, I don't know. I'm gonna have to hold on a minute. Hey, Jaden. Jaden is my left-hand man right now. Hey, Brenda. He ain't answering. He's supposed to be taking care of me. This is a laugh. I've been out of the hospital about 6 hours. 6 hours now. And I'm handicapped. Hey, Brooklyn, dadgone it. I know who Brooklyn is. She's one of my nurses. Oh, she's a big tall drink of water. She is she she is 6'1". I I asked her the other day. She come in there in my room, and I said, "Did you ever have to date a boy shorter than you?" She kind of hung her head, and said, "Yeah." But she's a beautiful young woman, and I think she's about 20. And I've been singing the praises. I've been making a dirty. I've been making a video today a little bit about checking on all my plants, and everything is gone haywire since I've been gone. Brooke, hey, there's Savannah. that's, that's my redheaded nurse. I already miss it, dear. I've been whining about that all afternoon. My daughter, she said you done got used to those three regular meals and all that service and but Savannah's RN, and she is 21 21 years old and already RN. I think that's great. I think, uh, I can't sing the praises enough about the staff and stuff at the hospital on that floor I was on. I think it's called 8 East or East 8, something like that. I wished I had a way of getting one of them T-shirts that they got that says that. Hey, Lisa and Troy. Uh, you know, this stay at the hospital has been just totally different for me. Usually, when I'm in the hospital, I'm chomping at the bit to go home. I really sincerely didn't want to go till about Monday or Tuesday. But tomorrow will be 2 weeks, and just I don't know. I've always had good nurses except at that one hospital, Advent, and they they're a notch above, folks. I'm telling you. And my daughter on the way home was saying, the next time you have to go to the ER, we may just bring you over here to Sands, because that's where I was at. But the building I was in was a new building. My gosh, no pet, what? No, oh, no pets allowed. That's your name. Oh, but I've been out looking at my plants and stuff, and it's driving me nuts. I can't do squat the way it is. I've got so much stuff out there that needs to be transplanted and repotted, but I can't do it. But yeah, I can't say it was a wonderful time, but as far as people taking care of the dauber and everything, uh, it was it was fantastic. It really was. Just there was two guys there, and I'm having that moment. I can't remember his name. Austin and John. They were great. They were great. I never thought I would be uncomfortable with the guy giving me a bath, but wasn't nothing to it. And maybe that makes me sound. Does that make me sound homophobe or something? I don't know. But those guys were wonderful, and I'll remember all these nurses for a long time. I won't remember all the names, but I definitely remember Savannah. Hey, there's Austin. Golly, Ned. I was just talking about him. There's Austin. He's getting off right about now. Matter of fact, he's working 5 days straight, and that's 12-hour stretches each day. But he wants to go on a vacation or something, and going to Atlanta, I believe. Uh, but yeah, Austin, he gave me my last cup of ice a while ago. Um, I was ice. My mouth was dry all the time, but I didn't sleep. I didn't sleep in the bed a lot. The recliner was more comfortable. And let me tell you something about that recliner. they, they I'm a fall risk, when you got that. I hate to see that sign go up in my room, fall risk, but it is what it is. But that chair, it's got an alarm on it. And the other day, the nurse was in there, and she had me get up to do something, and the chair actually told me sit back down. So, but it wasn't the nurse. I thought the nurse was telling me to sit back down, so I plopped back down. But that thing, I can't get out of bed without something going off over there, which I can understand why. I am a fall risk, and but I've already figured out how to go to the bathroom by myself here now, and of course, normally uh, Austin or John or one of the other lady PCAs, I think's the name of it. They helped me to the bathroom, and I went to the bathroom last night. I went 4 times. I went 4 times, and finally that fourth time, I just said, "Just take me to my chair." So I got in a chair. But guys, I had to have 2 surgeries on this hand, and I've never had something where they don't put you to sleep. They didn't put me to sleep on that second surgery. I was awake all the way through it, but I couldn't feel squat because they give me something called some kind of nerve block. And and let me tell you, if you don't know what a nerve block is, it was in my shoulder, and it killed this arm. In other words, it was like a hunk of dead meat. It just was hanging. I couldn't feel it. I couldn't move it or nothing. And it was and it lasted about a day. And the only way I could move it was pick it up. But if I moved my hand, it would flop, just fall down. Incredible. But it was a different experience. And it's almost like I enjoyed being in, I guess I did in a way. But these guys, uh, I just can't get over how well I was treated in there, and I don't know if I was a bad. I don't think I was a bad patient. I was getting kind of impatient today. And what is that? My cat? Which cat is that? Oh, that's the kitten. That's a kitten. We got 6 cats. I need a nerve blocker for my brain today. There you go, Cindy. But it was really strange. I'm laying there and I really couldn't see what they were doing. I could feel them moving my hand a little bit, and I heard little noises, but it was. I'm gonna take my hat off. I got my camera on there, and it don't. Yeah, I've been out making a video already today, talking about stuff and looking at my plants. And I got some beautiful plants coming on out there now. I was. Hey Willow, how you doing, dear? Your brain is fried. I don't really know what a round robin auction is, but you've been calling a lot of those auctions. But it, I don't know. And my daughter told somebody seemed like I was losing my train of thought a lot easy. But I've been losing my train. It don't take nothing to get. I'll be talking about well, y'all know that, and something else pops up all of a sudden. I'm off the track. So anyway, did they say what kind of infection I had? 3 surgeries on my leg and had to learn how to walk all over again in '98. They didn't say what we expect. Y'all been getting on me about wearing gloves when I'm working out there in them plants and stuff, and I never would do it. Well, guess what? I don't want to lose a hand because I don't want to wear gloves. So I am going to start finding some kind of gloves that I can work with. Uh, but I expect it was either the cactus, that real ugly cactus I got out there that I don't know the name of. I expect that's the one because they were always biting me in my fingers and stuff, and that's probably what got it started. But really didn't say. But it was a bad infection. I was shocked when we went in. Let's see, tomorrow will be 2 weeks ago. We went in. They said you're gonna have to have surgery tonight. I couldn't believe it, and I hope that's just dirty limbs. But uh, but then they couldn't get a hand doctor in there to work their hand surgeon. I didn't know there was such a thing as a hand surgeon, but 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 see now I done lost my train. Oh Lord, I didn't know, but they said we're gonna have to send you to. Hey Jay,
Yeah.
give me a piece of toilet paper. I need to wipe my lens.
All right.
He's bending over, walking around. He's in his drawers. But he's going to be my left hand
Oh no,
man.
toilet paper is scratched by the kitten, so you have this. That's all.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. I don't want no more drinks.
I'm taking this.
All right, you take that. That's the kitten, right?
Yeah.
All right. But Now I done lost my train of thought. I done lost my train of thought again. What was I talking about? But it was probably it was either the roses or the cactus thorns that got me. And that I'm thinking that ugly cactus because that thing's got thorns on there. Gosh, a half inch long, and they're like needles showing. I mean like I can't recall seeing a needle that thin, but boy, it was great. It actually cut me one. I had a glove on and I was moving it, and it cut me through. It stuck me through the gloves. But they were sharp. But they're thinking that's probably what it is. But I'm now when I type, I'm just typing in lowercase because I can't use my left hand at all. I'm just finger punching it, and I was concerned that I would have trouble uh, going to the bathroom with it, but I went a while ago, no problems whatsoever. Uh, and boy, them IVs, I'm what they call a hard stick, meaning I'm hard to find the IV thing. I guess there's two different kinds of veins. That you got blood vessels and blood veins. So I think one you can use IV on, the other you can use where they draw blood. They didn't have trouble drawing blood, but every time they had to do a new IV, they had problems, and that sometimes they'd call somebody in that was really super good at finding those places to stick those IVs. But the other day, when I was still in that second surgery, they put a new IV. They took it out of my arm. It was in my arm on my left arm. They didn't want it on that arm that I was having the surgery on, and so they took that one out and then put one on the top of this hand. And I don't know if people ever wipe their butts left-handed or not, but I'm a right-hand wiper, and that thing right there on the top of my hand. The other morning, I went to the bathroom and I ripped that thing almost completely out of my hand. I had blood all over the place, and then there was one. There was one morning I had to go to the bathroom. What it was, I had a lot of gas. I was farting a lot, and they call it gas at the station, but it's fart. It's fart. but uh, but I ripped that thing out. But then one morning I had to go, and I thought I just had to have a bowel movement. But yeah, Jay is 6 foot now, 6 foot and still 13. 6 foot. He's a big boy, and he's going to a different school this time. He's going to a private school. My daughter somehow or another got a scholarship for it, because otherwise we couldn't afford it. But he's he's going to go to a new school. But I'm glad everybody farts in this. Yeah, you got that. And you know what? A lot of people, if they fart in public, it embarrasses them. And stuff don't embarrass me anymore. I don't know. Maybe it's got something to do with being almost 82. I don't get it. I've still got that mass of hair on the back of my head. Look at that. Can y'all see that? My daughter forgot to cut it when they took me to the hospital 2 weeks ago. And one of the people in the hospital said, well, asked me about that shank of hair back there. And that's when it dawned on me that I still had it back there. But I don't. you know, it's just a sack of hair on an old man's head, so it don't embarrass me. Um, uh, I'm so glad that Savannah and who else stopped there? Savannah and see, I done forgot now, but I kind of hate that calling by name because they were all so special to me. I just so if I had bukus of money, I'd send a big bouquet of flowers to every one of them except for John and Austin, and I don't know what I would send them. My brother sent me flowers one time as a joke. They were nice flowers though. Well, he don't start for a couple of months, Lisa. But hopefully this one's gonna work a lot better. But we're having so much trouble with him and his meds and stuff. I have indoor plants, miss my house, and not allowed any pets, but have two fish tanks. Some rules need to be broken. Yeah, we lived in that last house for 5 years, and we had we've only allowed this one little dog, and we actually had two at the time, and we had like three cats, and now we got six cats. And Lord, I hope she don't see some more she likes. We don't need no more. Fortunately, we don't have any problems with them getting along, except for that one, and I call him a psycho, and I don't know what's wrong with him, but he chases his tail, he gets upset. And then we got one, and it's their fault uh, that this one is doesn't she doesn't get along with two or three of the other cats, and the reason being she was never socialized. She was Joey's cat. That's when Joey was living with us, and when Joey moved out, found his true love and all this stuff, she had a cat, and so they kept this cat of Joey shut up in a room by himself all the time, except for one other cat. And the cat gets along with that one, but it doesn't get along with the others. But it's getting a little better. She's kind of getting used. I just think it's because she wasn't socialized right. Fish are great for lowering blood pressure. One of the last things they told me at the hospital a while ago was to get off of lay off the salt. I'm gonna try to do better, uh, but I don't. There's no way I can work in my plants with this hand. Now I go back in 2 days, and they're gonna take this off and look at it. And what's really scaring me to death, none of this is through the VA, and they've already hit us up for copay on some prescriptions. So I don't know, and I'm worried about when I go to the surgery center Tuesday. It's the 14th is when I go, and it's 12th, Tuesday. They're gonna holler copay, and them I know them specialist copays is $40 a pop, and so I don't know. I wish there was some way I could get all this transferred over to the VA now, where I don't have to pay no copays on nothing. And so that's kind of scaring me because they got all these things scheduled, and by the way, if any of my folks from the hospital is still watching, nobody told me there was ice cream in that snack thing. I was just reading here, ice cream and some other kind of goodies. All I ever knew about was graham crackers and uh, uh, that food wise, that's all I knew about. I sure didn't know about. Of course, they might not would have let me have no ice cream. But man, right now I'm wanting to tear into a big old basket of fried chicken. I've been wanting that, craving that bad. My daughter stopped on the way home, got me an Arby's, and I wolfed that down. What they have write-off programs at most hospitals. Well, I'm gonna check into it, but there ain't nothing like getting something done. Then they say it'll be so much copay, and now that embarrasses me. But this hand clinic, it's like a small hospital. I couldn't believe all the stuff that was going on in that thing. There must have been about 30 or 40 patients in there getting surgery that day. And I asked the lady, did what did I ask her? There I go again. Uh, I asked her, was it like that every day? And she said, every day. So, and it's outpatient surgery. I didn't know they done stuff like that. But I'm glad it's over. I'm glad it's over, and I'm just thrilled to death with how I was treated and everything by them ladies, and uh, I'll start remembering. I should, I wish 1,000 times that I'd have brought my camera, because seemed like nobody would have had a problem with that unless I went out in the hall filming. And the only time I could go out in the hall was when they'd walk me out the hall, because I was a fall risk. But I'm having to limit my salt. I'm going to try. I mean, gosh, I'm coming up on 82, so it's got to be careful when you're that age about going in the hospital. You might go in there and not come back out. So, uh, but I'm just so happy about the treatment I got. And the store my dad would rip one and go to another. That sounds like my mother-in-law. You could be going down the aisle, see her way down there in the aisle, and she'd just be shaking, and I know she was giggling under her breath, trying to get away from it. Oh, but I sure hey petite, been in the hospital there, but I'm so relieved in a way to be home. But I'm sitting here now, and see, I would sit in the bed is not that comfortable. The recliner I sat in, that was comfortable, and I would last night I got up about 2 o'clock, had them put me in the chair. And the night before, I almost spent the whole night in the chair. But I don't know. I could, if I wanted to watch TV, and I watched a lot of TV. Well, the TV was on and the sound was on. I wasn't so much watching it. It just kind of relaxed me. And we don't have TV here. We elected not to have it because I watch everything I want to watch. It's on YouTube. And the only time I have TV is the 2 times a year that Survivor is on, and I'll pay that $9 a month for 3 months to watch Survivor. And I went back and watched it 2 or 3 times since it was over this last time. Do Marty and Christy know what happened? I hope so. I don't see them. I don't know. I don't know. I think I never added salt to anything but grits. and eggs. Yep, that's what I had this morning. Well, they left my grits off this morning for some reason. I had eggs and sausage, and I ate it up. And I found out I never would eat baked sweet potatoes, and they was every once in a while them baked sweet potatoes come in there at dinner, and I tore into one day, and it was good. So now, if my daughter wants to fix some, she can do it. She can sure do it. But I hate to keep singing their praises, but I'm so happy I had that group of people that did that. And I wonder if John's working tonight. I know Austin. He's working. He come in yesterday and today, and he's working three more. He's working 5 days straight at 12 hours of hits. He won't go on a vacation somewhere and earn some extra money. So I don't know what they pay those PCA guys. I don't know. But Brooklyn, that was on here a while ago, she's a trainee right now. She's not a full-fledged PCA person yet, but Austin said she's doing excellent, excellent. He said she's so much taller than me. And one day there was a nurse in there. Was it Savannah? Yeah, it was Savannah. Savannah's 21. And they had a bunch of student nurses in the program over there. And some of those nurses was 27, 28 years old, 30 years old. One of them was a teacher for 6 years. And here she is teaching these people, and she's 21. So, that was kind of odd, and I don't know how she felt. Well, how could you feel about it? You have to respect what they are, what it is. Yeah, that's right. She's got ducks. She's got a chicken too. I haven't been to her lately. I'm gonna have more time to spend on the computer now. What did you say? What did Petite say? Unfortunately, they didn't make it. Oh, so sorry, dear. How about chicken and dumplings? How's it doing? How's it doing? That's one thing I worry about our pets. We got 6 cats and my little dog. And where you at, buddy? There she is. She was so happy to see me today. It's like she's knowing I know where I'm sleeping tonight. But yeah, she put there for a couple of hours. Every move I made, she was right there, following me around, making sure I wasn't going nowhere no more. But yeah, I'm so thankful for you guys. I'm thankful for that bunch at the hospital. Gosh Almighty, and Barbara. Savannah's a redhead, and when Savannah come in that day, she's an RM, had that red hair. I immediately thought of Barbara. Though I don't know. I get too dang attached to people in a short amount of time. All you folks I'm attached to. I wish I could figure out how to turn this channel into money. Because I hate it. I hate it that my daughter's having to carry the load. I hate it. And I'll cuss up with. I'm gonna take that thing out. It's whistling. I'm gonna have. Speaking of whistling, here the other night I took out my left hearing aid. But I couldn't turn it off because of this. I can't manipulate it. So I laid it over on the tray right next to my bed. And evidently, it was laying there whistling. And this nurse come in, and golly, again, I can't remember her name. She's another redhead, and she's got two twin boys and a 15-year-old daughter, and she's been nursing for a while. Another great nurse, just great. And she all of a sudden she come flying in that room. She said, I think she said, Mr. Pearson, your hearing aid is driving us crazy. It's whistling. And I'm feeling up there, no, it's not whistling. And director, I said, maybe it's in my one over there on the tray. She went over and found out when I told her how to turn it off and got rid of that. And that was about 3 o'clock in the morning. Oh my goodness. And I only had one person, and I'm not saying I don't like him, but this guy, he was elderly, like he could have been around 50, a man, and that last night was the first time he was in there, and he come in there early that last night. Uh, I think he helped me get to the bathroom, something like that. And he helped me 3 or 4 more times that night. And I'm trying to talk. I didn't have one person that come in there that had anything to do with me that I didn't carry on a conversation with and talk to them, ask them how old they are, where they were from, and I could tell that they weren't American, nationality. I'd asked them what their first language was, and I had one lady, a nurse that was from Bangladesh. I had another lady, where would she say that was at? Had one lady that was from, did I say Bangladesh? Yeah, I did. But I always ask them stuff, and talking to them. But this guy, I couldn't get him to say squat. He didn't answer me one way or the other all night long. But I kept hammering away, get him to talk. I bet if I had another day with him, might have got some conversation out of him. But I always ask, and even the doctors. I had this one doctor. She's 30 years old, and she's Indian. And the Indian people, they tend to look a lot younger than they really are. And I'm figuring in my mind this doctor was about 30. And finally one day she come in there, and I introduced her to somebody else, and I said that she won't tell me how old she is. And she turned around and said, I'm 30. So I had it pegged right. I had it pegged right. But they had me scheduled for surgery last, let's see. They had me scheduled for surgery. I think it was Tuesday. Then they put it off to Wednesday. Then they put it off to Thursday. So by that time, I wasn't getting my hopes up one way or the other, just going with the flow. But this is the best experience I've ever had at the hospital. It really is. You going, Willow? So glad you dropped by, dear. And I am too, because I had no idea that it was that serious. But when they said surgery, I'm like, what? I thought it was going to give me pills and send me home. Wait a minute, let me get rid of something here. What is that? Check them on. I ain't a bit interested in that. Anyway, I'm so glad they dropped by a while ago. I'm just, and I picked up a few subscribers. Now, if I'd had all my ducks in a row when all this happened, I would have had my camera with me. I would have had it right on the hat and the way to charge it and all that stuff. And I would have been videoing a lot of this. But I didn't have. My daughter took a couple of pictures of me in there, and my grandson took a picture. I had a beautiful view. We were on the 8th floor, and that's the top floor. And this is a whole new part of Shands Hospital. Shands is the college hospital, and they the windows, they were huge, and I could control the height of the shades and everything with my remote. And I had this beautiful view of what was going on over there and some beautiful sunsets. And I just wish to goodness I could have made videos of that. I've got a picture of it, but it's just going to be a picture. My grandson took it for me. Hey CJ, I didn't know you was. Yeah, I knew you was there. I knew you was there. But I appreciate everybody staying with me. What caused what? The infection? What caused what, Barbara? Where you? Petite, I'm going to have to go check your channel out again, dear. I hope all's well with the married life and everything. And there was something else. Did I ask you about what? Yeah, let me hold on to folks. Let me see if I can get a piece of it. That it is cloudy looking. Let me see. Hold on just a minute, guys. I think that's going to be better. Hold on. Yeah, that's better. But this camera's so hard to get turned on there right and everything. And they've been cleaning on my room too while I'm gone, so I don't know what all's going to be missing till I start checking around and stuff. I haven't been home but just a few hours. And I got on my scooter and I went around the block just looking. But I got to figure out what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to cut back on what I've been wanting to do with plants because it's just too much. And I think I'm mainly going to concentrate on my mother-in-law tongues or snake plants. And I just checked my cutting. I made cuttings of those things a while back, and I got about 30 out there, and they've all rooted to little pieces, little cuttings. So but I can't put them in a pot or anything right now because of my hand. But I'm definitely going to keep my hibiscus and my rose of Sharon's, and I got several different kinds of hibiscus. And that giant pothos that I've got, That sucker grew about a foot since I was gone. Amazing. Amazing. And I got some out there. I don't know what they are, but I like them. And by the way, I had a weed. Remember that? If any of y'all been watching my videos, there was a weed that I thought was just beautiful, and I started pruning it and working with it and everything. And the guy that does our mowing and stuff, he went by out there with the weed eater and whacked that thing. Sure did. I could start. It may even be starting another one. I don't know, but he whacked it. It's a weed. I can't argue that, and I didn't have it marked or anything. But and the grass needs mowing for sure. Uh, but guys, I'm so fortunate. I'm fortunate that I've got my family, and I'm fortunate that I had such this great crew at the hospital. And I wish I was wealthy enough to just have a big dinner a week. I don't know. I just feel like I need to do. I'm gonna send them a card. Um, but that it just boy, I wanted to shave bad. I want to shave bad, and I'm going to shave now that I think about it. Um, at least I had to make sure I told her we all love her very much. What? Wait a minute. She will eventually be our baby, but we all have to pray very hard for. Oh, Mary Beth. What's wrong with Mary Beth? What's what's wrong with Mary Beth? Are y'all talking about fantabulous? Oh yeah, I think that cactus gave me an infection in my hand. I'm gonna start wearing gloves on there when I'm handling them things because it's stupid not to. I know a lot of guys. I see a lot of people out there wearing gloves all the time that's scrapping and stuff. I just hated gloves, but now maybe not so much. But Lisa, are you talking about Mary Beth Fantabulous? Son of a gun. I hope it's about mobility and speech. Who y'all talking about? I missed something here, guys. What? Yes. What happened to her? It wasn't a stroke. Dad's going. That was a special lady. She is a special lady. Dad's going. Well, stuff happens. Well, boy, that knocked the wind out of my sails. Doggone. Well, shoot. Well, I'm so glad I'm back home, but I'm already missing people at the hospital. That'll go on for a few days. Uh, but I wished I'd have had her docs will get her answers eventually. She will perk up knowing you're better. Uh, what was I talking about? I got doggone. Um, so I don't know. I'm putting out a video tomorrow because I was so tickled with what some of my plants are doing and everything, uh, but the Wistilla, is it Wistilla that flowering viney plant? That thing is terrible. It's pretty when it's blooming, but boy, they are trying to take over, and it's really crowding out some of my stuff back there right now because I haven't been around to keep the vines cut back. But I appreciate all of you. I've been yapping for about almost an hour, and I'm not going to keep you. And uh, I'll probably do a live stream on Wednesday. I will next Sunday for sure, but I haven't quite made up my mind what I'm gonna do and how I'm gonna do it and everything. And I want to wait and see what they do Tuesday when I go back to the surgery center and see what they say. But I don't really, I can move these three fingers here. I can't move my digital finger, and I ain't got no feeling in that finger yet at all. But we'll see what happens. And somebody told me at the hospital, said, "You're a tough old geezer." I don't feel so tough. I sure don't. But anyhow, folks, I appreciate it so much. And uh, I'm trying to see if what I missed here besides wisteria. Yeah, that's what it's called, CJ. Wisteria. That stuff is beautiful when it's blooming and all that stuff, but it takes over. It's very uh, aggressive. But anyway, hey Isabel, I'm going there. All right, guys, I will see y'all. Let me find my music. Where is it? I don't see it. Let me find. No, it's my brand. Is it my brand? I had to start remembering my passwords again. But anyhow, I love all of you. I appreciate it so much. And whoever sent the flowers, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'll catch you in the next one, folks.